we're diving into how body-based practices like somatic therapy, breathwork, and movement can help with mental health. Hi everyone, I'm Nora, the blind therapist, and today I'm going to continue my trauma series by talking about another form of treatment that's very useful and effective, and one that I really like to use, somatic and body work. I use a specific type of body work called CRM, or the Comprehensive Resource Model. I'll include a link below in the description and let the creator, Lisa Schwartz, tell you all about it. In my last couple of videos, I talked about how when we go through trauma and other difficult life experiences, our brains do not usually carry that stuff around. Those experiences might be so difficult to handle and face that our brains lock it away, so we're not carrying that stuff around so that we can live our lives. Our brains may not remember, but our bodies do. A long time ago, Sigmund Freud said that if we do not work on our issues, they will work on us. We can also think of these things in terms of Isaac Newton's third law of motion, in which every action is met with an equal or opposite reaction. Now, that is essentially what happens when trauma is stuffed way, way down. The word somatic is defined as something that is related to the body, especially as distinct from the mind. So, somatic work relating to mental health focuses on the mind-body connection. We are not just floating heads traveling around on this earth, so why shouldn't we focus on the holistic view that our entire being is connected? Somatic and body work involves movement, touch, breath work, awareness, just to name a few of the key components. So how does somatic and body work support mental health? First, it regulates the nervous system, our fight, flight, freeze response. Breathwork can really help with this. I always start my practice by teaching my clients some breathing techniques, which all come from CRM. There is a lot of research out there that shows that 60 seconds or a minute of very conscious, mindful breathing can switch us from a fight or flight state to a more calm and relaxed state. So, it's not going to be an end-all be-all, but it will really help us calm down so that we can use our other tools and techniques and coping skills. All of that trauma that we have stored and locked away in our bodies gets really heavy and causes a lot of tension. Have you ever felt in times of really high stress, certain body parts like your shoulder blades will really start to tense up, or other muscles or parts of your body will feel kind of sore or uncomfortable? This is where body and breath work, movement, yoga, and other physical activity can help us release that tension. So exercise can have so many other benefits than just helping us get that fit bod. So remember when I told you that our bodies are carrying that stuff around and may have been for years? In my previous videos, I've explained how we may lash out or act in certain ways and not know where that came from. Somatic and body work helps us connect with our bodies and explore what is going on. Some tools and techniques like body scanning and mindfulness-based meditation will help us become more familiar with our bodies. Body work is great, don't get me wrong, but not even I would do that with my clients every single session. Between sessions of working with the body, it's important to check in with clients and get their felt experience. Another very important component of working with the body is attunement between therapist and client. So it is very, very important in the beginning of therapy to build that therapeutic alliance, that relationship, because if the connection between therapist and client and therapist is not felt, then the therapy just will not work. Trauma work is a very specific and delicate type of work. And the last thing you want to do is re-traumatize a client. So I will never have a client recall every single little detail of an event, but just enough to know what we are dealing with here. So yes, I do like to do body and somatic work, but in between those sessions, I like to check in with my clients, get their felt sense, debrief them, see what their experience was like, how it went, all that good stuff. Here are some examples of some things you guys might want to try. Or maybe you already do some of these things. Starting from a top down or a bottom up, we want to scan our entire bodies and notice if there are any areas of discomfort or tension, noticing our entire bodies. If we do notice this, we want to breathe into that tension and very mindfully release it. There's a very specific breathing exercise in CRM that focuses on grounding and keeping us very centered. So grounding exercises are strategies that helps you stay connected to the present moment and shifts your focus from overwhelming thoughts and feelings to your physical surroundings. So when we are flooded, our minds can make us think that we are back in that moment. We can relive that trauma. So it is very important to get ourselves back in our bodies, get ourselves back into the present moment, and remind ourselves of where we are and what we are doing. Some things you can do, some things I like to do is I like to keep a bottle of water in the fridge so that it's really, really cold. And when a client gets flooded, have them hold the water. The change in temperature will help bring them into their body, or I'll have them look around and remind themselves of where they are, that they're in the room, that they're in the present moment. Always helpful. Zumba, anyone? For example, I can do most of the stretching in yoga, but I'm horrible at the balance work. At this point, you probably see a pattern or theme. Anything that helps you become more familiar with your body, raises body awareness. Listen to your body. It's telling you things. Also, sorry for the dancing. There are several different ways to go about this. You can use the almighty Google. Just search for a somatic and body therapist near you. You can also call your insurance company's customer service number, and that is usually located on the back of your insurance card. They will usually give you a list of different providers in your area. I encourage you to go through that list and call up those providers and ask them questions. Ask them how they work. Ask them everything that you need to. Make sure that they're the right fit for you. Interview them. After all, you are putting your mental health, your vulnerabilities, your traumas into this person's hands. Make sure this is the best person for the job. As I mentioned before, this person is going to be holding space for you as you explore some really serious stuff. A good therapist needs to be the right fit, and if they're not, move on. I also want to point out that most, if not all, therapists usually know and recognize this. So if you decide that they are not a good fit, or if you want to try someone else, it is okay. We will never, ever take it personally. I mentioned this earlier in another part of this video. The exercise, physical activity, yoga can all be done on your own. I encourage you to stay mindful and pay attention to your body and what is happening with it. If something doesn't feel right or something is triggered in your body, I encourage you to reach out and seek additional help. I would like to mention before I end this video that in this work we are working on our bodies and the mind-body connection, but nobody has the right to touch you without your consent. In this work, as the provider, we are here to teach you the techniques, we are here to guide you, but essentially, you are doing the work on your own. Additionally, if there's something in therapy that makes you feel uncomfortable or you don't want to do it, just don't do it. And just tell your therapist. For example, I have lots of clients who tell me, I don't want to do that, I'm not feeling that, and I'll just say, okay, we can do something else. Mental health is not just in your head, it's in your body too. I encourage you to select and try a small somatic practice. If you do, tell me about it. How did it go? I would love to hear about it. Also like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I look forward to meeting you.